Fortune cookie says, man who stand on box of shampoo is head and shoulders above the rest. Welcome back to WoodsCast. My name's Brendan, and this is a show where I go over stuff that I find interesting in the news, and I say other stuff and things and words that I hope you guys will find entertaining. The first thing I want to do today was actually, it has to do with school. So if you're in high school or university or college, whatever, I can guarantee you, or very close to guarantee you, that your grade will improve by like 5 to 10%. If you go to a site called Khan Learning, it's this guy named Sal Khan, and he's like a genius. He learns stuff and then he makes videos on it, but his videos teach you in like 10 minutes what it takes teachers to teach you in an hour. So I'll put the link in the description, and if you guys are having trouble with school, maybe that will help. I don't know, kind of a weird thing to do, but I thought that it was appropriate. The first thing I want to talk about today is a group of American soldiers called SEAL Team 6. If you're not aware, they're the group that earlier last year, which as a side note, I'm not sure if you guys have gotten used to this yet, but I still can't get the whole 2012 thing when I'm writing on my assignments. It's always 2011. That doesn't matter. If you don't know, SEAL Team 6 is the group that killed Osama bin Laden earlier last year, and they also do other crazy cool shit that I wish I could do all the time. I've always kind of thought that a really cool, like, dream job, per se, to have would be to be like an elite ops in the army or something like that. I think it'd be so much fun. Or flying a plane, or just generally causing mayhem and blowing stuff up would be amazing. It would be so much fun. It'd be just like an adrenaline rush all the time. And I think it would be, it's like one of the things that I've always kind of wanted to do. That's why I think if the plan works out and I actually get into medical school and become a doctor of some sort, one of the last things I would want to do is just like sit in a hospital all day and be like, yeah, you've been dying for like 2 weeks, bro. And then I would much rather like be flown out, like have a helicopter or something and be flown out to crazy awesome places and see crazy cool shit, and it would just be so much fun. So anyway, back to the story. The reason that SEAL Team 6 is in the news is because, I'm not sure if you guys know what's going on in Somalia, but there's a strait kind of by Somalia, and then they have pirates, and the pirates take over the ship, and they're just bad anyway. So there's these two Americans, right? An old white man and a young white girl, and America goes to save them. That's new. So the SEAL Team 6 are flown onto the ship, and they kill 9 of the pirates, rescue the people without them getting hurt, and then take 5 more pirates hostage. So I don't know if you can tell how much badass that is, but it's probably, like that much. So I think if I were Obama running in the upcoming election, I would throw as much attention on these guys as possible. I would be, because we're so addicted to games like Call of Duty and Halo right now, and we think it's freaking sweet, right? So I think if you just kept throwing attention on SEAL Team 6, everybody would be so awed by them and by the fact that you're president and controlling them, per se, that I think it would probably secure a lot of popularity for you. And speaking of American politics, that's our next story. It's kind of a funny one, actually. Newt Gingrich, who is one of the leading Republican nominees, and I would never trust a guy named Newt, first off, but he has promised that were he elected, within 8 years, he would effectively build a moon base. A moon base that would supply tourism and, like a fucking moon base. Seems legit. As it stands, American astronauts are actually carpooling to Russia because America's too poor to have a space program. So, so I gotta ask myself, and as it stands actually right now, it costs $60 million or rubles or rupees or whatever the fuck they use over in Russia per American to shoot them off into space. So I think, first off, I want to ask 2 questions. First off, do you guys ever think there will be a moon base or something like that? And second off, do you think it's a good thing to campaign and say, oh, I'm going to build a moon base? Or do you think that just makes him sound as crazy as he probably is? And that's about it for today. But I actually got a question for you today that came across. I seen it. And I think it would be very funny to actually see what the replies to be. Okay, it has nothing to do with what I've talked about, but basically the question is kind of pertaining to women's sports, right? So would you rather find $5 on the ground or have your WNBA team win a championship? Yeah, so just think about that. Your women's basketball team winning your city a championship, or just finding $5 laying on the ground in the street. Whichever you guys rather, just throw it in the comments below. And I will see you guys in a few days. Goodbye.